Hi again, guys, and welcome to this week's Word of the Week vlog segment. Back again for another fantastic episode. God bless you guys. Keep watching, keep liking, and keep subscribing to the channel, and also check out my blog. The details are coming up on the screen. You can see there my Twitter page with the tag Joe Loves Worship, and my blog page, which is found at joelovesworship.wordpress.com. Fantastic, guys. Great to have you guys with me again this week. And we just want to get stuck into today's verse, a very interesting one, mind you. So without further ado, here is your word of the week. So this week's word comes from Proverbs, a fantastic book, 31 chapters, one for each day of the month. Today's verse is from Proverbs chapter 31 and verse number 30. So let's take a look. It just says, "Favour is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised." Wow. Now this one's about women, guys. Very interesting verse. It says favor is deceitful. Now, that's a very interesting statement, but very true. Favor is defined by the dictionary as something done or granted out of goodwill rather than from justice or for remuneration, a kind act. That is to say, as to ask a favor of somebody. Now, the reason it's deceitful, very interestingly, is that from the outside perspective, those of us who are observing the person who has favor do not actually know that that person has received favor. It would appear that the person perhaps has received a just reward for their acts, for their efforts, for their goodness, for their intelligence, for their achievements. But however, the truth of the fact is that they have received something which is actually out of goodwill, not as of remuneration for their efforts to reward them for what they've done, but it's granted solely out of goodwill, friendly and well-disposed regard, or out of goodwill. And so we realize that favor is very deceitful. Somebody could be favored at work and receive a promotion, but they may not be the best candidate for that job in the workplace. They may not be the hardest working person, the most intelligent, but just simply receiving favor out of a good relationship with their boss, or being liked, simply being chosen, you can see that in that regard, favor is deceitful. Favor can mislead you, into thinking one way about a person, which may or may not necessarily be true. And it goes on to say beauty is vain. Beauty is vain. Vanity. Beauty is fleeting, is temporal. As they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And so you see that these things are not things to rely on when you're trying to assess or judge a person, particularly as the verse describes. It's not a good way to assess or to judge or to try and get to know a woman. A woman should not be praised or lauded based solely on the favor she's received. She may have received favor for one or another reason, but it doesn't mean to say that she is the only one deserving, or deserving at all, of having received that favor. Favor is simply an act of goodwill. And the most beautiful woman should not be the one lauded either. And so these things are fatally flawed. But it goes on to say that a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised. And that there is a promise, it's a guarantee. For those of you out there, you guys who are looking for wives, who are looking for relationships, and also for the ladies out there, if you're looking for what qualities are important to develop in your life, the Bible teaches us that it's a woman who fears the Lord who ultimately will be praised, who will be exalted, who will be lifted up, who will be regarded as a great and a good person, who'll be regarded and congratulated for her achievements and for her life. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. A very simple one there. And I hope you guys will join me again next week. We have a very, very fantastic scripture lined up for you again next week. And I look forward to seeing you right here again in the same place for another word of the week. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next time.